Expert Diane Gottsman joining us this morning to focus on the guest room, having the perfect guest room. It's important. It is. You know, Diane, I was joking around earlier saying just a couple weeks ago I had this conversation with some of our producers one of our producers had some guests coming in. You know, they were dreading getting that guest room together and all making fun of me because I said I love getting the guest room ready.
It's all about the details.
It is.
They're going to walk into the guest room and they're going to say, or they're going to say, wow. And we want them to say, wow. It's the little details. Something as simple as a steamer. You look how small this little steamer is. Rather than a big ironing board and iron in the closet or lugging it in. So just have the steamer ready, but do not forget the instructions. Because, you know, it looks easy, but you need certain instructions to go along.
It's a good idea because oftentimes when you have someone in town, it might be for a big event or something where they would want a clothing item pressed.
And you know what it's like to travel and everything
gets wrinkled.
No matter how good you pack, it still gets wrinkled.
Yeah.
And so another thing I think is so important is, you know what this is right here?
Is that a wireless charger?
It's a portable charger.
Ah, very nice.
And so if you have a universal charger, you know, and different, or at least a brick with some different USBs. You know, in my house we have all kinds of different phones in our house, so we have different cords, and you can send them along with this, which can charge multiple different kinds of phones. So you have them all set up and ready to go. Okay, and one of the things we kind of scrimp on, toilet paper and tissue.
I always make sure plenty of toilet paper. Gotta have the tissues in the bathroom
nice and fluffy. Okay,
you want them looking for those things,
not one ply, and you don't want them asking, do you have more toilet paper or do you have Kleenexes? So, and something else is this universal, this Wi-Fi
That
code.
is so smart. I need to get on this one because often when we have friends staying with us, they always ask the Wi-Fi code. I'm forgetting it. My husband's looking for it. So
and it's
good to just have it right there.
For you and for everyone else. And okay, so this is kind of fun. I love this idea. I stole this from a friend. This is a new little wallet. Inside are passes to like the local delis, coffee shops in the area.
How about that?
Here is the house key to their house.
Smart idea.
So that way everything, it's little surprises in the inside and the key on the outside. Of course, you have to have some reading. You know, this is one of my favorite reading materials. You know, so seasonal reading is great. If you know that they're intellects, you know, they're intellectuals, you're going to get some heavier information.
I definitely stock the magazines, you know, because after I read them, I'll put them in there, or when I get new ones or multiple copies of something, it's a good idea.
And you know what's fun? Collecting magazines from years past and bringing them back out. People love to read magazines that then become vintage magazines.
Or Austin Focus.
There you go.
They're in town visiting.
There you go. And so don't scrimp either on quality of bedding. You know, we were talking off camera about the linens. You know, not cheap, scratchy linens. And wash the new sheets before you put them on the bed. Have an extra blanket so they don't have to ask you for blankets. Put them in a basket. Make sure there's lots of room in cabinets, drawers, and here are some new fresh hangers. You know, instead of all the hangers that you get from the dry cleaners and they get all messed up. And then make a little note. Please use. They're for you, Lori and Bill.
Oh, I like that.
I know.
I think I've got the ratty hangers in my guest room closet right now, so this is a reminder. Change them out. Put the new ones in.
If you're going to give them a gift anyway, a holiday gift, some fresh pajamas. Now, that might be a little too personal for some guests.
Depends on what guest you're having.
For others, and a nice, fresh-smelling candle. And here, something this tiny, a little detail. Instead of matchboxes from a restaurant, you know, a nice little vessel full of matches.
Cute.
A tray so they can put their, you know, what I do is I go to someone's home and I leave my watch here and I put my rings here and then I can't find my lipstick.
Yes, very nice to have one place to put change and jewelry and things like that.
A little jar or basket of all kinds of travel toiletries. All kinds of toiletries.
Good idea. Yes, very smart.
And then daily, you want to refresh their water. So you can either give them a carafe with lemon or lime, and then, or you give them bottled waters and little glasses. Our glasses say wine. I just noticed it. Okay, whatever. You can give them wine too. They're going to like, and something to write with. So here are some stationery
and pens,
and some new pens that have their name on it, so you can give it to them when they leave. And you know what? Finally, I love this idea. They're coming in for the holidays. They're going to see a football game, a holiday event. Here's some little portable binoculars.
That's very cute.
Send
very
them
good
off with
idea.
it so they can see. And you know what? if you're really generous, you might give it to them. You know, here is a little gift from me to you.
Diane, you have thought of everything. I love it. And I thought that my guest room was well prepared for guests, but now I've got a whole list of other things I need to have in there and stock. You want it to feel like a comfortable bed and breakfast almost. That's my goal when I'm guests in town.
A luggage rack.
Oh,
If you can provide a luggage rack, this is what it looks like.
Very nice.
Okay, that way they don't put their suitcase on your duvet or bedspread. They don't have to put it on the floor. So it's really a convenience for them and for you because it keeps your bedspread clean.
Diane, I bet you have a lot of guests out staying their welcome at your home.
Guests.
Because they just don't want to leave.
We love our guest room.
It is true. Yeah, all right. Great ideas. Thanks so much for joining us.